Live from? How smelly was
And
the
then I was
fart?
like, caught me a white boy last night. Where's the beef? Where's the beef? She's a dog fucker. I hurt my mother tongue. I want to grow tomatoes in my yard again.
So some little kids.
Here it come.
This is the Way of the Future podcast. This week we are actually a little bit short on subject matter. A lot of the shows that we were...
Don't make excuses.
Well, I'm just saying.
No.
There's two left.
We're talking about 2 TV shows tonight, and we're gonna do some...
A puppet show.
We're gonna do some questions. We're gonna get to know each other a little better. We're gonna ask each other some important questions.
Yeah.
Hypothetical, what are they called? What are they called?
Hypothetical situations.
Thought experiments. There you go.
Okay, we'll do that too. But we're gonna talk about...
Better Call Saul.
And Venture Brothers.
So which one do you want to start with? Because...
Venture Bros.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like Venture Bros more than I like Better Call Saul anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a good... This whole season is
This
good.
one was a little more like serious than usual.
I was mad that we didn't see Lambert's actual face.
Venture
It'll be
Bros?
the next one.
What movie were they in?
Christopher Lambert.
Oh, yeah.
The Highlander.
You know what he looks like.
I know what he looks like, but
I
I
always
wanted to
call
see a
Christopher-
cartoon hand.
I always call him Christopher Lambert.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
So
what we call
he's
him
just-
too.
that's what I'm
But
gonna
they
call
were
him
making
too.
fun of it
I'm gonna
because
call
there's
him-
a cheese
I'm
called
s-
Lambert.
I'm still gonna call him Lambert.
So,
Yeah, so he's just Christopher Lambert.
he's Christopher Lambert.
He's the one.
But
The guy that writes the show, one of the guys, Jackson Public, said that this episode was his favorite of the entire season. He wrote it, but this
Why
is his
didn't
favorite
they show
of
his
the entire
face?
season. I don't know. Ask him.
I want to know why they
they
didn't show
couldn't
his
pay for
face.
the...
Yeah, maybe they couldn't pay for the likeness.
The only thing I could think other than that was like maybe they just couldn't get it right.
Like
He
how they
kinda
had,
looks like cross-eyed in real
I like how
life,
they had,
you know?
what's
Like,
his
how
name,
you like
like,
make that look good.
34 or whatever.
34.
the tall, skinny.
I can't remember his number.
24.
24. Damn it.
The
I'm
two.
off by 10
Yeah.
in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
flashback.
We got an origin story for 21.
So
finally.
he's known him since he was 16 and got kidnapped.
Yeah.
Like, and
I
turned
love
into a
those
child
two together.
soldier.
Yeah,
So
he's
it's
dead
really,
though.
Yeah, I know, but so it's
He
great
didn't
to
even
see
talk.
them together.
He just
It's-
smiled at him.
It's really funny because in the commentary for the 3rd season or 4th season, the one that he dies in, I think it's the 3rd season. The very first episode with commentary, they're all talking, and then all of a sudden, one of them's like, "Yeah, and 24's fucking dead," and then they're like, "No, people don't." And then he's like, "Well, if people fucking watch this series with the commentary first, they're fucking stupid. 24 is fucking dead."
Nice.
And then they
What was it, like the first episode?
Yeah, because it's Jackson Public's voice doing 24, but it hurts him so much that like
They had to like discontinue the character.
he was just like, "Can we fucking kill him yet?" And like they went and they went, and then they were all right. He's gonna fucking die. This is it. I can't take this anymore.
So he did it once more then for this one.
So
Yeah.
they killed him. The only person that hasn't died that hurts a voice, like to talk, to do the acting, is Doc Hammer's Dr. Girlfriend. Really hurts his voice a lot.
I could see that.
Oh, come on.
his voice when you're talking like this.
That's not that hard to do. It's not.
But if you notice, the voice has changed a lot since the very first time you ever hear her.
Because his vocal cords have changed.
I think he's found a way to kind of like lighten it up and not hurt himself as bad.
She tried to kill fucking Rusty Venture.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was kind of a weird episode because it was. I guess we see this in comics sometimes.
What movie
where,
were they
like,
aping?
They were hitting
well, there
something.
was Silence of the Lambs with trying to get him into the van.
Yeah, there's that.
And pretending like you're moving something and you need help, type thing. And asking him what size he was.
Yeah, he was hitting on serial killer elements for sure.
But it was almost like everything
But
that happened in this episode just didn't matter.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
at the end of the day, like,
It was
towards
an
the end of the
origin
episode.
story for Gary.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was
Last name?
Yeah, Gary something. I forget.
But
Smith
everything
or-
else,
Wait,
like,
Wait a
with
minute.
Dr.
Remember when he went back to
Venture
his
and-
mom?
You mean when he moved into his mom's and then
Yeah.
and then 24 came and then they did the song?
Because he was home for a little bit, so that means that when he go home, he was like, "Oh, hey, Mom, I'm back after
Oh, I think it's
20
kidnapped?
years." Yeah.
I think he told her that he found a job or something. He dropped out of school.
I don't remember.
But but yeah, this episode kind of didn't really have.
Well,
It didn't really. I mean, like, I liked it, but I didn't feel like it was the best of the
It explained
season.
how
there was some stuff.
it explained how the guild was formed.
Yeah.
His Action Man was a crazy asshole.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't explain how the guild was formed.
It was
It explains how
the
the
ranking
ranking
system,
system is
yeah.
done.
Yeah, okay.
Because the Guild of Climate
That's true,
Intent
that's
was
true.
already created.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were
But it
saying
was funny how he shot that dude.
Yeah.
pistol whipped the shit out of him and then shot him.
Yeah,
Broke
I
his
thought it was
fucking
Bronson.
face.
I thought it was Bronson for a second that they were
I think it is actually, now that you say that.
Yeah, but then the way he talked was kind of like not like Bronson's style.
And he wasn't smeared in his own shit.
Yeah, but he did. But he did get
His own
fucked. He
blood.
looked like Bronson, and he got fucked up like Bronson got fucked up.
The London boxer.
And Rusty was just sitting there like 10-year-old Rusty, like watching this guy get
Yeah.
fucking beat with a pistol and then shot in the
And then
face.
shot in the face.
What did they say he thought happened? Like his pocket exploded or something? And he thought it was like...
Rusty, yeah, because he stole the suit from a...
It was a villain's
yeah.
suit
Yeah.
or something?
From a
Ridiculous. And then that guy spit on him.
shop.
That guy's gross. That Greek spit.
I still don't like Wide Whale. I think he's.
He's annoying.
I like his
He's a
voice. I actually like the way he
I think
talks.
I think they're making him just like a
No,
stereotypical
there's more
villain,
to it,
so
like,
that we
to it
they
than
can
that.
kill
I
him.
can't remember what the particular accent is right now.
I
but
actually like him a lot because it makes sense. They're in New York. Like there would be like an
Kingpin.
Italian type
But
mafia.
He
It's
used,
a
to be,
plan,
he used to
so
be a doctor though.
old Sicilian La Cosa
Yeah.
Nostra
He would
type
be like
character.
that. Though. He used to be a doctor.
And
he,
the
there's
fact
an
that
accident.
he's a whale makes it that much
I don't
better
mind
for
the whale.
me.
I think
I
once
love
he,
that.
Once he got like weird powers, he was like, I'm gonna be a bad guy. I'm
Yeah.
gonna
So
fucking be
he
like a
mixed
mafia
his
guy.
DNA
Because
with
he
that
sounds
of
like a dude
whale
that would
and
be
a
on
mafia guy.
Sopranos. He
Yeah.
sounds like a dude that would be on Sopranos.
Kinda,
Like,
yeah. He just
he's
reminds
a
me of Kingpin and
scientist,
something
yeah,
else. But I really just feel like his character is just a rip off of Monstroso. Like it's what Monstroso and him are like wearing the same outfits too.
Uh-huh.
So it's kind of like
That's what the show
Monstroso
does
was way
best,
better.
though.
yeah, Monstroso was way better.
Like, the show like takes
I
other
guess.
characters
I
and like
guess.
makes
Sometimes,
like, characters
yeah.
based off of them.
This character is
Yeah.
completely new. I don't remember seeing him in any other things
Oh,
unless he was in the background.
I think Wide Whale's gonna die, and the daughter is gonna go all supervillain, and Hank's gonna like.
Well, here's
like,
Get caught up in that.
here's the bad news.
girlfriend.
Here's the
Yeah.
bad news. There's only one episode left.
Yeah, so not much is gonna happen because nothing happened
Right.
like in this last one,
man.
pretty
Oh
much.
man, that is kind of...
Dr. Girlfriend better
Like-
find out that.
Right.
Well,
He's the blue morpho.
we also found out that the blue morpho is a weird sexual deviant.
Oh, that's what
and
I
he
was gonna
might
say.
have a vagina.
No. I think he's
Yeah.
copycat.
You think that he's a
Remember?
copycat?
No, remember
Oh, that
copycat
guy?
who he was tricking
Yeah,
Monarch
yeah.
and tricked him into the closet, and then
Yeah, Dean Martin.
and then
He's Dean
and
Martin.
then became him.
Oh.
Yeah. You think
Yeah.
that was him?
Well, because if he could make himself a woman like
Yeah,
But what if he was a hermaphrodite?
that, that's also
That's
possible.
another
What if he just had a
explanation?
suit with an exterior?
See,
vagina?
when that happened, I thought, oh shit, Dr. Venture got him pregnant.
Oh,
and then he had
yeah.
the babies.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So
The blue
he's
morpho is
his
his
mom,
mom.
and Venture's his dad. So that
Yeah.
still makes him his older brother, though.
Yeah.
Rusty.
they're like doubly related.
Yeah,
It's
which is
weird.
like crazy, right? So
Yeah.
that was another thing I thought. But we're gonna probably find out at the end of the next season because everything's getting to that point.
Yeah.
Of
It's
the
gonna be the
next
reveal.
season?
I hope they
I mean,
reveal
the
at
end of the
least-
season.
I hope
sorry.
they reveal at least some stuff. Like,
I'm just a little pissed because, like,
I think
mean,
Dr. Girlfriend at least has to figure out
Oh, she will.
by the end of the season. I think that will be like the end, maybe even.
Yeah, she will. It always ends with their relationship, something happening, you know?
they've done absolutely nothing with Dean.
Yeah, Dean's
No,
kind
the
of
nanos.
Yeah, but that was
They're
like
getting nanos.
that was it.
a
He's
quarter
in
of an
school.
I
episode.
think he still is infected by them, and I think he is gonna do some weird
It
boy
was like
genius
a
shit.
quarter of an episode. If he's not in this next one, then like
He is in it with Hank. I saw
Well,
a
okay.
trailer for the last episode.
Here's a question. For like why they haven't made more, right?
Oh, you mean
is
the
it,
clones?
No. Why the creators of Venture Bros haven't made more of the show?
Okay.
Is it because they haven't had enough money to make it, or is it because they haven't had enough ideas?
They're not given enough money.
Okay.
They're given a certain amount of money for every season, and they used to be able to skate by with a certain amount. And then when is this season 6?
Yes.
When season 5 came, they did that 1 hour long special, and then they used the rest of the money to make the rest of the show. That's why it was only like 9 episodes and an hour long. 9 episodes, one being an hour long special, which really sucks because every other season was like 16 to 22 episodes.
Yeah.
I was just saying, I remember it being much longer.
Did the production value of the show just go up, or did the I don't know.
I'm not sure if Adult Swim was cutting their budget, or because of the time they took, or if like it just costs more for them to do the new stuff, which I don't. Oh, actually, you know what? I just thought about this, but they actually started using a lot more famous people's voice acting, so it must cost a lot of money to get these other people to help be part of the show.
That's where most of the budget.
Patton Oswalt was in last season, and this season had a bunch of big names too. So, it would make sense that they would have to pay more voice actors and cut the budget. And Patrick Warburton's kind of a hard ass, and he's been in the entire season so far. And
who's he?
He's Brock. That's why they cut him out of the entire season for season
5, basically.
4. No, for season 4 it was like half, like
when
less than half was him.
When he joined Sphinx or whatever.
Yeah, but even before that, it was like they kicked him out basically because he was like, I want more money.
Well, he wasn't in 5
and then they were like,
either,
well, shit,
though.
we can't pay you, but so we'll have you on for this many episodes, and then that's it because. Yeah, and then he's like, whatever, and then that's basically what happened. So having him in this season means that they're paying him what he wants.
You see, I was gonna say he seems like he's in a lot more this time.
He's in tons of stuff too. Like, I mean, he does have the
You sure his price didn't go down?
His price went up.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because he's in high demand because he's on like tons of different shows now.
He was on Meet Joe Dirt too.
Yeah, but he's on tons of shows as a voice actor. So he's got a huge slate in front of him.
Family Guy.
Yeah, and if he's got to do...
That's true.
He's got to make time for all these shows, so he's going to go to who can pay him. But, I mean... And now he's going to do The Tick again, so, But,
Man, Brock is so vital to the show, too.
I know, yeah, he is. But it makes me think that, okay, I hate to say it, but the series might be ending soon. Maybe one more season left.
Mm-hmm.
Because
they better go out on a fucking bang, man. And it can't be some weird drop off ending.
Everything.
Yeah, and what are they going to do afterwards? Are they going to make something completely new?
That'd be cool.
I hope they do, but then I hope they don't, because in a way, what if it's not as good as what they made? I was just saying,
it'll just be compared to Venture Brothers now.
Yeah, exactly. It will be. Just like Better Call Saul's compared to...
Anything they do will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, but who cares?
It's going to be their benchmark.
If they gotta do that, they gotta keep making something. Well, and Adult Swim, I don't understand the whole
why they're not giving them money.
Yeah, if Squidbillies, I guess Squidbillies has never really gone up in production value.
No,
it's exactly the same. Same with Aqua Teen, basically.
I looked at the price. Not the price. I'm sorry.
I
looked at the numbers of how many people actually have been watching this season, and last season every episode reached 1 million, a little bit over 1 million, 1.3, 1.4. This season's only getting 800,000, 850, to 900 is the most they got.
Which is sad because
less
this
people
season's
are watching.
better than the last one, in my opinion.
People either don't know or have forgotten.
Yeah, and that comes with them taking 3 years to finish, and also, I mean, they came out with that hour-long special, the Gargantua 2, and I mean, people were all excited, right? And then it took them 1.5 years to come back.
I wonder if the DVD sales factor into their decision on whether or not to make more of the show.
Sometimes.
Maybe.
Because some of these, I'm sure of them, I'm sure a lot of people who like these shows aren't willing to stay up so late to watch them.
You're right. It's on at midnight, and that's a hard time for a lot of people on a Sunday.
And so what are the alternatives? And the alternatives are to either go to the website,
But if you have 900,000 people
on
watching,
Netflix. The first season of all these shows is on Netflix, and that's it.
If you have 900,000 people watching something at midnight, that's a pretty good number, I think. Still, because it's Sunday night.
That's true.
Yeah, because when was it on? Last time.
It almost was always on at midnight.
Really? Okay.
I kind of remember it being on earlier than midnight, but
I thought I did too.
Yeah, 10, I think.
Maybe, yeah.
That's
but
when
they push
it
to midnight, which is usually where
that's when it starts.
Shows go to die.
There aren't cartoons.
Yeah, that's where shows go to die. But Adult Swim's a little different because people watch Adult Swim until 3 a.m.
They also show reruns of Venture Brothers at 3 or 4 in the morning.
Adult Swim is our news now. Our parents would watch the news when they went to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we watch fucking.
I watch Adult Swim, and I watch the same episode maybe twice.
Yeah. You watch it like 10, 11,
When it
and then
loops.
2 and 3.
Yeah. And now that I'm working on stuff and I don't go to sleep until the fucking Thanks for Watching Adult Swim thing comes on.
It's 6.
At 6 when the sun comes up.
And it's that weird, like...
Yeah, it's like a time-lapse
weird composite
video.
of the time. Yeah, and there's an owl.
Yeah.
You
And
like-
I'm like, oh man.
You
It's
open
time
up
to go.
the shades
That's
and
when
your fucking eyes get
You look up,
That's when I
it's
know.
just getting light out.
That's when I know it's time to sleep. It's like
Yeah.
King of the Hill's over and here comes the
Oh no, the sun!
Yeah, here comes the sun. I need to go before I die.
Yeah.
Yep.
When
Hide
you
under the blankies.
Yep. But that's the thing, like,
hide
I'm
under unconsciousness.
yeah, I'm a little worried that it's not going to be the writers saying, okay, we're ready to end this, but it's going to be Adult Swim saying,
That's
yeah,
us
you need to end
thinking,
this.
no, we don't want to spend money on this anymore.
That's so fucked up because
Yeah.
it's like it's one of the best shows that they've ever had. Like really one of the ones that's like kept its creative like spark almost all the way throughout, and it doesn't like look like I mean like the look of it's so interesting and different than everything else.
It does have a very unique style to it that's not like the mantra of most Adult Swim's original programming.
It looks like it takes itself seriously. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
The writing definitely does, and it takes a long time for them to do it.
It's got like a definitely a better animation standard, I feel like, than most of the shows. Like other than like maybe like Boondocks.
But you know what? The show's going to be gonna have reruns for like the next like 10 years.
Well, that's what we do, right?
Even though surprisingly they
It's
haven't
like
shown a lot
when
of
this is
reruns.
over, we just go back and we
Wait.
fucking in the
Right.
3 years before like the next one comes out, you just keep watching the last like 6 seasons over and over again.
Ian's right though. When Venture Brothers is over, they don't even show reruns from the first season.
Yeah, and that's a weird thing too. Like I gotta think that's something weird with the licensing. Like I gotta think like in some weird way,
Well, because those are the
their
worst
episodes
ones.
are just more expensive to make
No.
than other people. Like
The very
maybe
first 3 seasons were like the best.
maybe even like
The first couple
having
episodes
likenesses
compared
of
to these
things
new ones.
like cost money. You know, like I don't know. Like maybe you can't ever like escape the grasp with the copyright.
I don't know, but they own the copyright. It's Adult Swim. It's an original program, and they own it.
No, but they like do parodies of so many things that and
That's a parody though. That's completely legal.
Yeah, it's true. I still think some of that shit's gotta cost money, like the $6 Million Man.
That was a funny one
or
with
David
Sasquatch.
Bowie. Yeah.
I fucking love this show. I'm gonna be so sad when it's over. It's gonna be ridiculous, and I'm sad that I feel sad that this finale's on my birthday. I was like, no, finale's on my birthday. Why do you have to end it so quick? Why? Like, why couldn't you have an hour-long ending instead of an hour-long start?
Right?
I know, like that would be so much more like fulfilling to me.
I feel like every show, no matter what the time frame is, like even if it's like Sherlock, which is like a 3-hour long episode.
Yeah,
No, 2.
Two. They should double
the last episode.
the last episode.
4-hour long episode.
That's right, 4 hours of
Well, I
fucking
mean-
Sherlock.
Well,
Dude,
let's look
I
at...
really like the way Sherlock does it though, because have you watched Sherlock?
Sherlock.
Of course.
Okay, yeah, I like how it's like a fucking movie in each one. Like
Yeah.
each
It
case
would be even
is a
more
movie,
like a
and it was
movie.
just like each book was a case, like in the original.
We're lucky that Sherlock was 2 hours instead of just 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
like shows like
Have you seen
Sons
the
of
Christmas?
Anarchy.
Have you seen the Christmas special one yet?
No.
No.
We haven't either.
I haven't watched. I watched like half of the second season and then I stopped.
Oh,
so
it's
I
like
need to-
this one is completely separate. It's
yeah,
back
it's
in time.
It's in back in time. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a completely separate.
in retrospect, with Sons of Anarchy,
It worked
now
really
that you
well.
bring it up, I don't know. I get the feeling that like in the beginning, they had already decided how many seasons this bitch was gonna last.
Oh no, they did.
And like
He said
because
7 or something. Like
no,
like in
because
the 3rd season.
because I don't know. Well, no, it just seems like some of those seasons were just kind of like stretched,
Yeah.
super long.
But the last season had like, episodes that ran longer than an hour.
Yeah.
It'd be like an hour and 20, an hour and 40.
That's true.
And FX was just like, fuck it, just do what you want if it's your last hurrah.
Yep.
And that's what they
Yeah.
need to do with Venture Brothers. They need
Yep.
to just give them the money and be like, all right, it's your last season. Here's your shit. I mean, and Adult Swim's making tons of money on this. Like they can't deny that they're
They
pocketing
can't be.
way
They
more.
can't be
than
losing
the
money on
others.
Venture
Yeah,
Brothers.
exactly. You can't.
Man, I want to watch Sons of Anarchy now.
No, you
mentioned
don't.
it. I fucking love that show, dude.
Last season sucked.
Dude,
the
I'm
ending
waiting for
sucked.
the next
Yeah.
season where Jax is in the wheelchair.
Here's the thing.
Jax
Here's the
is a
thing.
grease stain on the highway.
He tried to come back with
He's
that
a
other
ghost.
show.
Where
Did it
Jackson's
even
a
have-
cool
It's
state on
so
the
bad.
highway.
The bastard
It
execution.
stopped
Did,
after
did
the
it even
first-
have a final episode? or
Stopped
did they
after
just
the
cut it?
first season.
Yeah.
No, the first season played
First
out.
season.
Oh, it played out.
Yeah.
He even apologized.
He did, yeah. Everyone writes a stinker every now and
I
then.
watched the first
Nah,
episode and I
that
was like,
shit was-
this
We watched-
this show.
Dude, we
fucking
We watched like
sucks.
five or six.
Yeah, some.
And then we were like, meh. Nah.
No, we really tried to like
tried
that
to
show.
like
Well, not
it.
even like
I
that
just-
show, but see where they were coming from, and it was just boring as shit. And like the only character I liked in it was Bill.
Bill the Vampire?
Yeah, the vampire Bill.
Vampire Bill.
I didn't never learn his real name, but like
I
Vampire
didn't-
Bill's
I
good.
didn't-
no,
yeah.
because I got the
worked.
feeling that there was gonna
Might
be.
as well,
Bill!
dude. He was all like.
Well, no, I got the
weird and,
feeling
like,
that there was gonna be this point though where the executioner and like his crew had to actually work with Bill
Yeah,
to
but
they
like
had to.
what?
They were having to. Like in the
Oh,
last
already?
episode, we stopped that. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, but
well,
here's the thing: no one gave a fuck about the protagonist.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say the main guy. I was
Dude,
just
it's
like,
super
No one
boring.
felt anything for him. No empathy. No like
yeah,
remorse or
I
like.
agree.
They didn't even feel anything common ground with that guy.
Dude,
It was
and
just
I'm-
this entity that was just there, like empty shell that had no.
It should have
personality.
just been fucking Charlie Hunnam again.
I like
Yeah.
I like Katie Seagal also, but like I'm not sure
Her
she.
accent was so
Oh
bad.
yeah, the accent was
Yeah.
bad. But like, dude, she doesn't even need to be like a main character all the time. Like somebody, because she was in it a lot.
That was
like,
just
from what
Kurt
I
Sutter
saw.
wanting to fucking like put her in situations where she's like sexy and. Like,
She wasn't sexy in
But
it.
she has sex with that.
Like, she was
She
like,
has sex with
weird
that.
and shit.
Yeah, but
and,
she
like,
dirty.
Yeah, but that was.
dreadlocks
I
and-
think that was his fantasy. He wanted to be that guy because he was the guy in the fucking.
Yeah, the weird.
The weird
faceless
guy with the weird face. Yeah, the faceless
Yeah.
guy that had sex with her, and he wanted that. Like he's like, "Yep, I'm on-
we do.
Yeah, this-
we go to the woods. And
Yeah, I always
I
wanted
wanna
dudes
fuck
with
the
his
dirty
face.
girl
Figure
while I'm dressed
myself.
up like Slipknot.
I want you to have sex with me, all covered in poop."
Singing like Disturbed and shit.
Stuff a snake down his throat.
Yeah, I want
I'm
some
trying
more
to
to
come
play
up
a
with
didgeridoo. Fuck you. He's like that.
I'm the juice!
I'm not black. I'm the juice.
People versus OJ. Y'all,
Juice is on the loose.
y'all have gone out of control. I do declare.
I'm saying what I want.
So like,
Oh, you
you
dummy.
need to be careful of my rockstar energy
boost this guy?
drink. Have you seen the guy who opens the beer bottle with his belly button?
That sounds dangerous.
He bleeds.
Oh.
But he can do like 80 of them in a row.
I saw a girl squash cokes and cans with her boobs.
That's
And I was
gross.
like, whoa, that's gotta hurt, bitch.
She wanted to crushed watermelon.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about Better Call Saul.
Yeah, this was an episode where they
Talked
flashback.
about.
Well, yeah, but they had a flashback to when Chuck wasn't so fucked up.
Yeah,
This
we
is an
got.
episode where they talked a lot and not much really happened.
Well, we got like a peek into like maybe the kind of person that Chuck was at one point before he became afraid of electricity.
At first, I
with
thought.
his
And he
girlfriend
had a
wife.
he had a woman
At first, I thought his
that he was putting his
significant.
penis in. Maybe.
At first, I thought
I
his
don't know how that
significant
works.
other was going to like be a prude and be like
I hate Jimmy.
not liking Jimmy.
Yeah,
She's
the
like
whole
that.
the whole dinner I was waiting for that Carol Burnett ear pull thing that they were talking about in the beginning of the episode, and it just
But like
She
then
never
they
did
start,
it.
but then they
So
started
was-
joking
what's his
around.
name?
yeah,
So-
she liked him. She
Yeah,
liked
I liked
Jimmy.
it.
And I think that's what his brother hated.
Yeah.
Because he has no charisma compared to how his
Exactly,
brother does.
and that was basically what I got out of the story that he was telling. What's her name? Karen.
Yeah.
Kim.
When
Yeah,
he was
Kim,
talking
Kim.
to Kim in the office after she had already gone and gotten this client, the Mesa banking or whatever, when he was telling her the story about Jimmy working with the dad and slowly stealing all this money away from the dad through the store,
Yeah.
he basically was like, yeah, he learned everything from my dad. All this charisma, everything. He got that from my dad, and he also learned how to be slimy and kind of bend the rules for himself from my dad.
And he's addicted to
He didn't learn that from
What
his
if?
dad.
What if?
I got that
what
impression.
If Jimmy ends up
No,
telling
no,
him
he
to, like,
said his dad never.
His
never
dad was
did-
hardworking and he knew everybody in the community, but he had a hard time making money.
he wasn't a very good businessman.
He wasn't a very good
What if he
businessman.
was
No,
like-
yeah, that's what I'm saying is it's like he was pure. Like that's what I got.
What if he
that-
was like addicted to gambling or something?
That's what I'm saying.
And
It's
that's where
like,
the
or he
14
was
grand
making
went?
investments or
The dad.
something, and
That
they
could be
just
it.
weren't turning out well, but he was involved in some sort of illegal element is the idea I got from it.
Oh,
that they
I'm
were
gonna laugh.
hinting at.
Dude, you're probably right, actually, is that, like, it was the dad where that grand went.
14
like, all that
grand,
money,
yeah.
and Chuck will have to, like, realize that at one point.
I bet someone...
And I bet Jimmy knows it, too.
Yeah.
He just
took
doesn't...
the blame, though.
And he just never said anything because he doesn't want to make, like, Chuck feel the same way he does about his
what's
dad.
her name? The girl?
Kim.
Kim, yeah. She should know now, because remember, Jimmy's all like, I know he's a part of it. And
Yeah.
then he comes to her and
Yeah.
like, tells her this story.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and it's
Like-
basically like what he told her was she needs to choose between her job and Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if she wants to continue working there and not be stuck in doc review, if she wants to actually work with clients and not be in the basement, she's going to have to separate herself from Jimmy.
Whoa, I just
Yeah.
had an epiphany. An
Huh.
epiphany. Good name for a stripper.
Hoofany.
I'm sure
So-
it is one already.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure there's tons of epiphanies.
Epiphany. I've been tested. Okay.
So, what if Jimmy kind of like caused the meltdown between his brother
I was
and his
waiting for
brother's wife, and then she left, right? So the brother kind of goes nuts towards the end of the series, and fucking kills Kim and himself
Maybe.
to take
I
what
think-
he took away from
I
him.
had this impression that... Sorry, go ahead.
No, sorry.
I had this impression that maybe she left him for Jimmy.
Yeah, she could have slept with him. I mean, she did.
There's
she
some
kinda-
sort of, like, unspoken betrayal.
I
It
didn't
feels like
actually-
that's happened between those two, where, like, Chuck kind of, like, will let Jimmy take care of him because he feels like Jimmy is obligated to
after what he did.
after what he did,
I
but
think
we
the
don't know
only
what
thing-
he did.
I think the thing that he did was the dad thing. I think that...
That could be.
I mean, you could be right, but I think the one thing is that I got the distinct impression that he might be attracted to Kim himself.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Chuck.
Yeah, it's the
And,
only woman
like,
that really
that's-
has been around.
And
him.
that's where he might be going with that. Like, is
And
like
she's
showing
smart.
her attention because like he likes her.
Yeah, and, you know, he, like, even said, you know, like, I see a lot of similarities between you and myself. You know,
Yeah.
Which kind of says it all right there.
And I mean, like,
He wants to give her a
Kim
worm.
might actually like him, but also
What?
like
A
it would be a
worm?
pretty
'Cause
fast.
the early bird catches the
Oh,
worm.
God.
Mhm.
If you like worms.
If you like worms.
Like that started.
He wants to give her a worm
Yeah.
in the morning.
Yeah.
A
In the
mile
dark,
arc of
without
a worm.
electricity.
His flaccid morning worm.
That's gross.
In his,
Yeah.
in his
He's
tinfoil
probably like,
hanging.
you see
My-
what electricity
Mylar.
has done to my dingus? It
it
doesn't work anymore.
It's grown.
I'm
It,
blaming
it
EMP.
twitches without me moving at all.
It's all because
Here,
of
let me
technology.
inject it. It'll come back.
I also wanted to make a comment basically about like how Better Call Saul portrays lawyers and corporate law, and how I know from like personal, not experience myself, but experiences that have been relayed unto me from friends that are lawyers, that these people, while they seem kind of mean in the show, are
Are
actually
close.
way nice in comparison to how
Yeah,
actual
toned down.
lawyers are to each other.
Yeah.
It's completely cutthroat, and especially men to women.
Yeah.
You do not want to be a woman and be in law, basically, and especially below a lawyer. Like if you're a paralegal or
Just
a
call you
legal
horrible
assistant,
things and treat you
they
like
just
horrible.
treat you like trash, basically, you know, all day long, and give you the worst assignments and make you do the horrible grunt work.
Shut up.
And they also tell you that
Go
they're
make
doing
a
it because they're
baby.
trying to teach you.
Yeah, yeah, and they try, you know, and
Not-
basically if you
not do my
quit,
work.
if you quit, then you can't get hired anywhere else.
Yeah.
Cause you're
like,
a
it-
bitch.
So, I mean, the way we kind of got a peek into that with what, like, I feel like Kim was trying to do in the episode, where it seemed like at first maybe she was trying to, like, put her feelers out there and see if anybody was hiring. And then when she realized nobody was hiring, she was like, okay, the only other option I really have is to try and bring in a
I
client
she
or
actually
bring
think
in
she was
money.
trying to
The
pull
whole
in business the whole time. Yeah.
Really?
And
Yeah, I
and
think
I'll
the
just
whole
say
time.
this: I
It
don't
was just that there
necessarily
wasn't a lot out
disagree with his decision to not pull her out of the mailroom,
Yeah.
because she's down there as a punishment.
Yeah.
Just because she does something right doesn't mean that her punishment doesn't matter.
He did say we'll see if she gets out of the doghouse.
And like it's a
Yeah.
punishment. It's not just he didn't say go do something and then you can get out.
Well, like
It's-
really, like I we don't
He
know,
would've
but like
done
how
that,
long had
hopefully,
she
if it was
been down
male,
there?
too.
Like
I just feel
A
like
week?
maybe a week.
yeah,
I just feel like that what she did actually showed initiative.
it did, and it might have paid
and-
off.
But that wasn't the point.
I do
Yeah.
have to say though, I think that was a gamble on his behalf also, because like really like pushing somebody around of her skill level is like, I don't know, not the smartest thing I think, because she has a lot of initiative and she really does want to work for that firm, but like you push her too far and she'll leave probably. Like,
Well, no, really, I don't think she can.
I thought
don't think
still
she
building
can
up her,
100%
reputation.
because remember what she was saying before, I think in season
About
1, where she,
reputation.
not only reputation, but
she was saying that in this season, like to this
in
episode.
season 1, she was referring to the fact that they paid for her training.
Okay.
So she can't just walk away.
Yeah.
Like, she owes these people. So, like, that's, I don't know. She's in a sticky spot, basically, and Jimmy put her there.
And maybe
which
she hasn't
wasn't
been there
really
long
fair
enough.
of him.
She could have been there not long enough to like become a partner or to like really get a good hold on what she is without, because like if she tried to find a job somewhere else, she would be kind of back where she started from the very beginning, and she wouldn't be able to get a place of power without more experience working there.
Also, the fact that employers look at it and they see, oh, you left this place after they paid for your training, we're not going to hire you. Like, we don't want you to do that to us. What if we train you in a new area or something and then you turn around and walk away?
Yeah.
Then we're at a loss because we paid money to have you train and this and that.
And however long she's been an attorney for them compared to a paralegal or something when she started.
Yeah.
If she's only been a paralegal for 1 year or 2 years, then it's still not long enough to want to hire you. Like, why are you leaving this company without 5 years is maybe the minimum. It's like that with a lot of companies. But, like I said...
I've had 5-year careers in jobs that don't mean shit.
So have I. I learned some stuff, but I didn't really... None of it really applies to anything else that I do.
I learned how to hate mankind. And not the wrestler. I like that guy. He's cool.
I just felt like this season's kind of boring. This season is kind of boring, and a lot of it is just talk, and a lot of
The only good parts are with Mike.
Mike, yeah.
And, like, basically this whole episode, it was like Mike got his shit beat up, and, like, Hector Salamanca came back at the end.
Is he gonna have some massive stroke?
No.
Soon?
Well, yeah, he will.
Because, like, he's not.
But basically,
in a
like,
wheelchair
Hector
yet.
was just like, you know,
considerably younger.
let's make this agreeable for everyone, and you'll take the gun charge and say it was your gun, so Tuco can get out sooner.
Yep.
And you will go down for the gun charge, which we do know that Mike goes to prison at some point. We don't know what for.
For murder, I thought.
I thought we didn't know what for. It was just he went to prison.
It was earlier.
Do you think this show will blend into Breaking Bad, and they'll start like showing him in New Mexico doing other things, and
I
then
think
show
so.
scenes from Breaking Bad seasons to show like him talking to them and stuff?
Kind of like the Lost timeline, where
I
they
guess.
took all the different like parts of Lost
I
and
never
put them in
watched Lost,
chronological order.
They did that sort of.
Okay, so like, and then they go beyond it, so that it's
Yeah.
like after Breaking Bad, so
Wait.
Yeah.
Better Call Saul can stay.
Who? Saul?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you think he'll go back?
Well, no, I mean, what if this series goes through the Breaking Bad saga, or however many seasons it was, and then goes past it? And, like, they just show some scenes where, like, Saul's dealing with Walter.
That'd be actually kind of cool.
And then they show the other stuff that he's working on.
Like from Saul's perspective?
Yeah, but they would have to come up with some, like, crazy-ass shit.
They'd have to basically sum up all of Breaking Bad in, like, one season, though.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't want to, like, see it drug out over more than that.
Well, right, they could combine seasons, too. It could be, like, 3 seasons in one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
And then they don't have to show, like, tons of it. They just show, like, him talking to him in the room.
That'd be cool, too, because we could see Bill Burr and Huel back.
The black guy?
Yep.
The big black guy that...
Yeah, the one that has, like, a breathing
tiny,
problem.
He's got, like, a weird head.
He's like a dog that has...
Yeah,
like,
and we could also have what's-his-face back.
Bill Burr.
No.
Bill Burr.
The, what's...
Bill Burr's old now, though, so it might not work.
What's Walter's part... Jesse's friends. Remember Jesse's
Oh,
friends?
Badger.
Yeah, Badger.
And
Skinny Pete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was one more, but I can't remember his name.
He died.
Yeah.
He got shot in that corner, and like Jesse's all like,
And
God
Wendy.
damn it. Yeah.
He could be in it.
Everyone knows it's Wendy.
It was like something like 2-pack.
No.
No, friend, like your 8-ball.
No,
or...
believe me, on this one, it's Tupac. No.
No, you know what I mean.
Okay,
The
Yeah,
friend,
the
so
weird name.
friend
so
who got
we've
shot.
covered Better Call Saul, and now we're
Wait,
going.
what was he saying?
Tusac.
Something like that. That's a
Yeah.
place.
I don't remember.
We don't
Something
remember.
like
It doesn't
That
matter.
one guy that was in the diner in the last episode?
Yeah.
That was the guy that Walt killed, right? In the basement. The one that Tuco was like just staring at. Just being
I
like,
think so.
What guy did he in the diner?
like they were like making a money trade. In
This
the diner.
last episode that we just watched?
The one he was like in there like it is the same diner that Mike hit his car at.
What show are you talking about right now?
Better Call Saul.
Better Call Saul.
So the last episode we just watched.
No,
Yes.
the episode before last.
The one where Mike got beat.
The one where Mike got beat up and he hit the car. Okay, what do you mean?
The guy that Tuco and Vic the Dick were talking to in the diner before Mike rolled up and slammed his car.
The guy he gave the money to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the guy that Walt killed in the basement, right? The one that took
Oh,
the broken
Yeah.
piece of
I
plate.
don't even remember that far back.
You don't remember that? Where it was
Dude, that's
it was
so
the guy
long
that,
ago.
It was the guy that Jesse sold the drugs to, and then fucking they tried to kill Jesse and Walt,
Yeah.
but then they killed fucking one of the dudes.
You're talking about when he made that little like crystal bomb thing?
No, it was before that.
It's when he
They
filled
killed
up,
one
he
of the
filled up
dudes,
the-
and then they fucking captured the main drug dealer guy,
he filled up the
and
camper with,
they
like,
had him
mustard
like
gas.
fucking bike locked to a fucking
Oh,
big
yeah,
hole
and then they
down in
just
the
drove.
basement. No, and then they were trying to feed him a sandwich, and he like broke the plate, and he took a piece of the fucking plate, and Walt cleaned up the plate, and then he found out like a big huge fucking shard of it was gone, and so he knew the guy was gonna try and kill him, and so he went down there and he basically fucking took the bike lock and strangled the shit out of him, and then that was Walt's first kill. And like
I don't
while he
remember
was
that,
doing that,
That was
'cause
episode
they,
2.
They flipped a coin, him and Jesse, and it was who was gonna have to fucking kill the guy that was chained in the basement, and who was gonna have to get rid of the dead body.
That's right, and then they
and
made a
Jesse-
gelatinous body.
Yeah, but they fucked it up because
It went through the fucking. It went
Jesse
through the
fucking.
fucking.
Well, he
pipes.
didn't get the plastic fucking containers because he's a moron.
Yeah, he poured
didn't listen.
it down the sink.
And so the acid and the bones and the guts and shit fucking came through the ceiling. It was
No, he
awesome.
put him in the bathtub and
Yeah,
tried
it
to
was
get
like
through
it was
the
like a
bathtub.
cast iron fucking bathtub.
Yeah, that's
like
right.
a clawfoot one.
Okay, so enough of Breaking Bad because everybody's seen that.
No, Mormons, dude.
The show is way better than Better Call Saul.
Anyways, so we've talked about Better Call Saul. We're gonna do something new that we've never really done before. We're just gonna kind of like free ball it and like ask each other
ball.
hypothetical questions. I've come up with some as kind of like ideas, but you know.
Yeah, ask away.
Okay.
I think I'm ready. Prepared.
How many licks does it
No, no,
take
no,
to
no,
get
no,
to
no,
the
no,
center
no.
of a
Tootsie
Tootsie-Roll?
Pop.
Tootsie
Okay.
Pop?
Okay.
Three!
This is my favorite question so far I've come up with tonight.
Okay.
If you could replace your skin with a food product,
Doritos.
what would you choose?
Doritos. Done and done. And
Replacing my skin with food?
then I eat myself and die.
So it's got to be something that can contain you.
I want to be fucking Pizza the Hut from
A
Spaceballs.
food product?
Okay.
Okay, wait.
Himself to death.
Yeah,
Food product. Something that...
I'll take that.
Something you
shit.
would eat.
I'm just gonna rot and die anyway, so.
I'm gonna say like some sort of saltine armor.
I thought you said Doritos.
Yeah.
And Doritos. Oh, yeah,
You can only pick one.
just for taste.
Dorito salt.
I don't know.
Why does it have to be a food?
I'm like,
Why can't
This
be an
is the
animal?
question
Why
I
can't
wrote
be-
I don't know,
down.
but I'm just
Yeah,
thinking.
chicken.
I'm like,
Why
how would
can't
you
be a star?
How would you function with food skin?
You don't.
You just assume that you would.
Pork.
These are the questions I wrote, okay?
Ham. Ham.
Yeah,
You look like Donald
ham
Trump.
is an obvious choice because it's made from
Fuck
pork.
those pictures.
Personally, I'm gonna go with nacho cheese.
Cause
Similar to mine.
ham.
Melted cheese pizza and
No.
pizza and nachos.
Just nacho
Nacho
cheese.
cheese and cheese from pizza.
Yeah,
would you
but like
choose
the
that?
pro,
Why?
like the like super
goopy.
processed 7-Eleven nacho
Oh, okay.
cheese. Yeah.
Why don't
I thought like
fucking-
arena cheese.
Why like McDonald's hamburger
cheese.
buns? They get super hard after like a day.
Which one?
McDonald's hamburger buns.
Okay.
Those are delicious. Did you?
Yeah, but they're really hard after you like let them sit.
I saw a guy pour
No.
liquid copper
You
over
have to-
a hamburger, and it
You
just,
have
like,
to pick something so we can go to the
completely
next
didn't affect
question.
it at all.
God.
I don't even like food, man. I don't want to be friends with it. I don't want to know it.
Well, I'm glad you don't want to know your food. I want to
So,
eat it.
for an example,
I'll
you
be
could
like,
pick egg rolls.
Egg roll skin.
Egg roll
Oh,
skin.
I want to be made out of chow mein.
See, there you go. Now you guys are thinking.
I want to be made out of Captain Crunch skin.
Yeah.
And I'll
Dude,
make
that'd
the
be
top
great.
of everybody's
Okay,
mouth
wait.
bleed.
Captain Crunch berries, or Captain Crunch peanut butter balls.
Captain Crunch berries.
To eat? Or to
No,
fucking
to
make
be.
everybody's
Oh,
fucking mouth to bleed?
To eat and to be berries.
I
All
gotta
the
go
way,
with, I
every
gotta go
day.
with original.
I like the crunch
'Cause I
with
fuck
the
shit up.
berries.
You fuck the roof of people's mouths.
Yeah,
So
I'll
My
fuck you
favorite
up.
donut
I'll tear
that
down
I've
a
ever
fucking
had
brick wall.
is
is
this
a
Crunch
freshly
berry?
made Captain Crunch berry donut
From Voodoo?
Donuts
Yeah.
in Portland on Burnside.
You can get that here at Psycho Donuts.
I don't want to.
The rip-off
Have you been to
donuts.
Psycho Donuts?
I can't
Yeah,
go.
it's the same.
I can't
I've
go.
had it.
It's
I've
all-
never been.
it's-
I can't go.
It's got penis
It's all
donuts
based-
I
too.
can't
It's all
go because
just
it's not
knockoffs.
from Portland, and I don't want to enjoy things here. I don't want to like
She's
it
what
here.
we call
I guess
Asian.
in answer to the
Yeah.
question, it would be like pancakes, I guess.
Pancakes.
Pancakes?
Okay, so Ian
How
chooses
about
pancakes.
waffles?
You've got what?
I said chow mein.
Chow mein.
Why are you guys fucking picking all this soft shit?
It's delicious.
I want to make mine out of chicken bones. There we
Okay,
go.
chicken
Motherfuckers, motherfuckers.
And I'm
out.
nacho cheese.
I thought it was a food product though.
Yeah, food product.
Bones.
Okay.
Evan eats bones.
Doesn't matter. Okay, so that one's checked off the
Your
list. That was
intestines
good.
are fucked up. If you eat chicken bones, you're
Okay.
gonna die.
Bones and hot sauce.
The next question that I came up with
Sriracha.
is, if you were a stripper, what would your name be?
I thought it was always like your street name.
That's
and
your porn
middle
name.
That's
Some
your
shit.
porno name, and that's just something somebody made up. Make up your own stripper name. Be creative.
I call myself the Hamburglar.
That's a good name, Evan. Are you gonna wear the Hamburglar outfit?
Yeah, and I shake it.
I don't want to see that. I'm gonna be Crocodile Philly, and I'm gonna come out covered in nacho, like Philadelphia cream
Mine would
cheese and
just be,
cheese.
mine would just be regret.
Named Regret.
It's like a wrestler name.
My name is Regret. Next up on the stage.
Kind of in the same
Regret.
spirit, I think my name would be Xanax.
Xanax.
Yeah.
I definitely think both of you would.
doing Xanax.
You would attract a certain type of clientele with that
That's
name,
my
for
favorite
sure.
song. Xanadu. Okay, who in Hollywood can you not stand, and why? Starting with AJ.
Nick Cage.
Why?
That's a fucking quick answer too.
Just why?
Oh god, I fucking hate his acting so much.
You don't like it.
I just like every time he fucking talks.
Con Air?
I liked Con Air when I was a kid, but like the way that Nick Cage acts just fucking bugs me. And the only movies that really, there's only like a very select few movies that he has ever made that actually I can like watch and be like, all right, Nick Cage, you got me.
Yeah, most of his movies aren't that good a quality.
I like Nick Cage a lot,
but
dude.
I do enjoy him.
Like, there's like a bunch of movies where it's like, okay, his acting totally fucking fits.
Yeah.
Like,
It makes
I mean, like,
sense.
I get what you're saying. Like, he's fucking way over the top, but like, he is what I would consider an actor, and it's not always the same. And I would say something that is notable of his career. Like, one of my favorites is the Scorsese movie Bringing Out the Dead, where he's a fucking EMT worker.
I heard of that one. I haven't seen it.
You haven't? You should
Well, I
watch it.
stay away from his movies because I think he fucking sucks.
No, dude, watch that
Dude,
one.
you
That
gotta
one
watch
has Tom
that
Sizemore too. And dude, like they end up picking up like a bunch of homeless people along the way, and Tom Sizemore always takes them out back and like beats them. Like,
Are we
it's
talking
fucking-
about people in Hollywood that we hate's acting, or are we talking about people in Hollywood that just fucking bug us?
No,
Just
I don't
whoever
even
we
think
don't
it has
like.
to be. I don't even think it has to be acting. It could be like a writer too, or
Yeah.
like a fucking director.
M. Night Shyamalan,
There you go. Okay.
Okay.
because his fucking twists suck dick, and I'm sick and tired of it. And
That-
he telegraphs everything
That
to you
last
so
one you made
fucking
wasn't
crazy.
too horrible.
Which one was it?
The visit.
Yeah.
Oh, I watched that.
It was okay.
Well,
I was able to
And
tell what
I
was
thought-
happening in the first 20 minutes.
Did
though.
you
Yeah,
see
yeah,
Devil?
so
I didn't watch Devil, but the devil was inside the elevator.
Devil was okay also. Yeah, he was in there.
Did he beat it
But
with
I mean,
water?
it was no.
Water plays predominant role in like most of M. Night Shyamalan's
They didn't
films.
win. They all died.
Well, good.
Yeah.
or
But I don't know. What am I fucking sick of? Like
Who? Not what. Who?
Okay.
Well, that I mean, who is even harder almost though.
Who in Hollywood?
I guess if I had to choose somebody that I was sick of in Hollywood, I don't want to say it because like the guy's done stuff that I actually like, but like a lot of the stuff that if I had to choose somebody that a lot of his stuff I didn't like, it'd be like Jason Statham.
I fucking hate him.
Yeah, dude. It's like, dude, in a different time, he would have done really well.
Oh yeah, in the
Like
90s.
like 10 years before, yeah, he would have done fucking awesome.
the 80s and
but
90s.
He's just like, is not the right time, and like even as hard as they try to bring the fucking like 90s and 80s fucking action movie back, it just they can't. Like Expendables is not what it was.
I think I saw the movie.
That's it's like trying to go for like a 30-foot like field goal and like kicking it out of the atmosphere.
I watched
like,
Transporter with you, didn't I? I watched Transporter with you.
I don't think you've seen it with us, but that movie is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
That
I think I
movie
did
is-
watch it with you.
We watched the one a lot.
One of my favorite movies of Jason Statham
Jet Li.
is
I hated that
my
movie.
two favorite
I don't like
movies
Jet Li.
of his are Crank and Snatch.
Snatch was a good film, but it wasn't him. It didn't have him as the main character.
He was basically the main character. He was the narration throughout the whole movie. He was always doing the narration. Whenever they were explaining a character, it was always him. And whenever they were talking about like the plot point that was coming up next, or like what Frankie Four Fingers was doing, or what
I
fucking
thought
Bricktop
Brad Pitt
was
was the
doing.
main character in Snatch.
No, dude. He was definitely not the main character. He was like just a little side piece.
Really? But they advertised it as a Brad Pitt movie.
It was they kind of did advertise it like that, but that's not what it was like.
Don't you hate when they fucking do that? Like Jim Carrey's The Cable Guy.
He actually
the
didn't
television advertisements were like, "Oh, it's a romping comedy and it's gonna be great for all the kids."
fair,
and then it's fucking dark as
Well,
shit.
yeah, I was gonna say. To be fair, it's a great comedy, but it's not for kids.
Yeah, it's
not
fucking
for-
dark as shit.
It's so good.
The trailer
it's
did
fucking,
no justice. Like the trailer was not what they advertised.
I love Cable Guy so
The
much
actual
more as an adult.
Oh,
than-
sure.
so much more than I did as a kid.
It
I was
reminds
like,
me of Greg.
I was like, whatever. This isn't even Ace Ventura. He's not even like humping the air, like spitting on people, or like fucking like
And that's what people expected.
doing weird stuff. It's
That's
like,
what people expected.
and he kind of was doing weird stuff, but it was all
Little bit.
reference humor
Yeah.
that I didn't get then.
The only time he got super, super weird like that was at the fucking medieval times.
And the karaoke party.
Yeah.
We
The karaoke part was
these
great.
go.
To be right.
Whatchamacallit, also when he went up fucking Skinny Jack Black's back, that was also awesome in the basketball game. He's all like, Steven, pass me the
Oh,
rock. I'm open. And then he like fucking,
It's hard to remember that Jack Black was even
Destroyed.
in that film.
yeah.
So my
He's been so
celebrity that I hate.
Did you have to write it down?
No,
Yeah.
no.
You say Kurt Russell, so help me.
I'm not gonna say Kurt Russell. I've actually grown to like Kurt Russell recently in the last
Cool.
month or so.
Are
He
you gonna say,
is-
are you gonna say
'cause he
Ellen
is
Page?
cool.
You hate Rourke. 'Cause
No, I love Ellen Page. She's
Yeah,
awesome.
I like Ellen Page also.
Margaret Cho.
No,
I hate Margaret
I
Cho.
love Margaret
I
Cho.
fucking hate Margaret
I
Cho.
love her.
Hate you, Margaret
Someone
Cho.
I'm not really a fan of.
Who?
I think I'm too drunk to dislike anyone right now.
Speak loud enough for the mic. You're getting lost. People can't hear you.
I thought you wrote this down.
I didn't. I'm trying to think of someone I don't like. I had someone before, but now I'm.
You don't like the guy that's in those in Desperate Housewives and
Oh God! Yeah, I hate
Did you
him.
totally forget who the person was?
that blue-eyed guy.
What's his name?
Wait, so you asked the question and then you
dumb
totally
dude.
forgot what your answer was?
Fuck you. Yes, I did. Bite me.
It's just funny.
Who
Who is it? The guy from what? Are you talking about the guy that was crying?
No, Toby, I love him.
So who's the guy that you hate? James Vanderbeek. Oh, the guy from... That's the guy from
Captain America.
No, he's also from.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. He is
Dum
from
Dum
that.
Dugan.
He's also from. Fuck. What's that show? The Steven Spielberg and Tom.
His name is.
Band Brothers.
Yeah, Band Brothers. Thank you.
Okay.
Christ.
Okay. I officially do not like Neil McDonough.
I
That's
thought you were
his
saying
name.
Neil Patrick Harris.
Hates him.
Who?
She.
But actually, more so, right now, I'm disliking Idris Elba.
Why?
Yeah.
And
Let's-
that's because
That's racist.
Rice.
I have loved Idris Elba since I saw The Wire. He's amazing. He's a wonderful actor. But he cheated on his baby mama and got
Oh,
caught.
that just happened recently?
Yes.
Oh.
And so now he is
Not
in
even gonna go there.
he is in the doghouse,
Now
as far as I'm
he's
concerned.
the Beyonce. Wait, no. Now he's the Ali Larder.
He's the Ali Larder.
He's the Ali Larder.
He's the Ali Larder, folks. If we're
Fuck
talking
you,
about that
Idris
movie he
Elba.
made
Racist.
with
You are the
Beyonce.
Ali Larder.
You're
Now
the Ali
you
Larder.
now
I'm
you
the
white girl.
Beyonce.
Yeah.
Wow.
So-
Your wife is the Beyonce.
I'm-
You the Ali Larder. You can get out.
So you heard it here first.
All your stuff
If
in a
you
box
cheat,
to the
Frankie's
left.
got you on her shit list.
Yep, I don't like cheaters.
Idris Elba, get out of here.
Cheaters.
You can't be James Bond anymore. You can't be Black Batman
Nope,
anymore.
nope,
You
nope,
can't
nope.
You can't do any of that good stuff.
He's gonna be in the Dark Tower.
Yeah, nope,
Not
not
anymore.
rolling.
Not
no,
anymore.
you can't be rolling.
Wait, he's not
I
rolling
won't
anymore?
let
No,
him.
he probably
I won't let
is.
him.
Yeah.
But I'm
I
just
won't
saying,
let him.
Yep, nope, because he's in trouble.
I'm gonna call the
He was
production company
You're
and I'm
getting your
gonna tell
corner
them
address. You're a bad
he's an
boy.
adulterer. So
You know what? How many celebrities cheat? Like fucking all of them?
Yeah, I'm
All
like,
of
all of them?
yeah, exactly.
Ian-
All you have to do is walk into a building and be like,
Ian.
hi,
Who
I'm
do you
Hotshot."
hate in
I
Hollywood?
don't know.
Come on.
I don't have a
Don't be a
specific
bitch.
answer.
Is there a person that you really fucking
Don't
Like
be a
when you
bitch.
see
You're
them-
like,
Don't
"I
be a
hate this
bitch.
person."
Like Michelle Rodriguez?
How about
like
Rosie
somebody like
Perez?
that?
I don't
Like-
hate her more than other people.
Onion rings.
Onion rings.
Okay. I don't know. I don't have an answer for that.
Yeah, you
I don't
do.
Really, there's nobody that you fucking wish was never an
specifically
actor?
just hate them?
Yeah.
Not really.
What if there was a
Like
person
them.
you're
You
like,
see
why
that
is this
face
person
and
it
acting?
grosses
Yeah, every time
out.
you see their face, you're just like, fuck this guy. Fuck this
I don't
guy.
know. There isn't.
Okay, well, Ian's a bitch then.
No, and
Okay.
Ian's not
hate
bitch.
people for
God, you gotta be mean.
Ian has no hate in his heart.
Yeah,
No,
Ian's
I had a hard
Jesus.
time saying mine, but
Okay,
I figured it
so
out.
anyways, now it is time for us to share our ghost stories.
Matthew McConaughey.
AJ will start us off with his ghost story.
Oh, okay.
We know you have one.
Okay, so I was working in radio this one time.
Okay.
I worked in radio like for 7 years, and I used to work in this radio station that was in downtown. I think it still is one now, but I don't think it is anymore. I think my old station isn't there anymore. They moved. But the last year that I worked there, I was working really late because I had to record a commercial trailer for Red Bull Air Race. And, like, it was for a Japanese company. My friend from Japan was hired me to do it. So I was working really late because if I would send him tracks, then, you know, it would be the same time. It would be like a daytime
the
there.
time
So
zone.
right,
Yeah.
so he could listen to it and then tell me what to change so that I can get it all done within one day without having to come back for more retakes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to get it all done, so I just stayed up late and worked until daylight, basically. And overnight, I went into this one studio, and my building has these big, really thick, heavy security doors, and you needed a key card to open the door. Okay, so if you open the door and then shut it, an electric lock would automatically shut the lock, and then you couldn't reopen it without putting the key card again. So I was sitting there and I was working on these tracks, and I was talking to my friend on my phone on an app called WhatsApp, and I was messaging him, and then all of a sudden, like, it was like 3:30 or 4 a.m. and like, I know literally 3 is a bad number for 3 a.m. is a
3:30 is
bad
a witching
number.
hour.
Right. So the fucking internet drops. My cell phone loses reception, and like, I'm thinking, like, what the fuck? And the radio systems, like, the signal got weak by like quite a bit on the dial, because I'm sitting right next to a board. So I can see stuff like not being as strong as it was. And so I'm thinking like, well, fuck, maybe the internet went down, or maybe it's solar flare or something, you know?
That's great.
And
that wouldn't be a good alternative.
Right. Well, I mean, solar flares affect radio all the time. I don't know, but it wouldn't affect. But it wouldn't affect your phone, and it wouldn't affect the internet.
Big one.
It would have to be huge. So I'm sitting there and I'm waiting for this internet and stuff to come back so I can message my friend and send him stuff. And all of a sudden, the security door behind me starts opening and slamming over and over and over and over again.
No.
And it's not just like boom. And then, yeah, it's like that. It's like bam, 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 bam,
Oh my
bam,
God.
bam. And then I just like I knew that the door would automatically lock from the security system because it's electronic. Like, there's no way that you can open it that fast.
Yeah.
So it can't be someone trying to fuck with me. And so I'm sitting there and I'm facing the wall. So behind me is a big glass, or actually no, behind me is an open door, and then like a big CD rack, like a huge CD rack, scoping the entire wall. And then to the right of me is the window that looks into the room where that security door is. But the security door is behind the wall where that rack is, the CD racks.
Yeah.
So if I look to the door, I'm scared as shit that if I turn around, I'm going to see something in the doorway, right? Mm-hmm. And it's not the first time I've seen something inside the building, because I've seen some shit in the building that shouldn't be there during the day or in the night, like shadows of people walking. And then, like, I'll get to that. So, so the door starts slamming, slam, 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 and I'm like, oh fuck. And so I'm sitting there, and
where was this?
This was at my radio station when I worked at KSJO. And I'm like, fuck. And then all of a sudden the internet comes back up, everything comes back up. And I was like, oh fuck. So I just ignored the first time.
Did
thinking
the door
like,
stop at least?
Wait. Yeah, it did. So I said, okay, fuck. Maybe it was just the fucking, maybe it was the housekeepers that we have. Like, we have people that come and clean the place, you know?
Just pissed off.
Right. Yeah, they were like pissed off, maybe, I don't know, or trying to get my attention or something. I don't know. So I just continue working and I continue recording. And then internet drops again, and the phone drops again, and the signal gets weak again, and the door starts slamming again. And I was like, oh fuck. And I could feel the fucking hairs in the back of my neck fucking start to raise.
Mm-hmm. All of it makes sense aside from the fucking door slamming.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
right. So
the
then the door starts slamming again.
Well, it's because it was on an electronic system.
Yeah, but why would it... What does that have to do with the Wi-Fi?
But the internet... I mean, like, electricity didn't stop. Like, the lights were still on, you know? Mm-hmm. And so, like, the security system should still be working as well. Mm-hmm. And
unless a ghost is inside it.
But like, like I said, like, you can't open that door that fast without using a key. I mean, even if you used a key card, you couldn't do it that quickly because it's a very delayed system. Mm-hmm. So it was like slam, and then I was like, okay, there's something here. I'm just gonna ignore it, and I knew that it was probably a ghost, and so I just ignored it. And, like, you know, everything came back up. I continued my working, and then it dropped fucking again, the third time. And the door started slamming, but it didn't slam as much this time. And then I felt like something was fucking right behind me. And I was like, okay. And I didn't even turn around. I just said out loud, like, I know you're there. I can't help you. Mm-hmm. I'm really sorry. Whatever happened to you, I'm really sorry about. But I can't help you. I'm sorry. You need to leave. And then everything came back, and then it didn't bug me anymore for that night.
Yeah.
And then you had to repeat it all over again.
No. The only thing that ever happened to me at the radio station, other than that, was like I would be sitting in one room, and there's this big glass window in front of me, and I can see the next studio. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the studios had like motion sensors for lights, so when you walk in, the light would turn on, and the light would turn on in the room around like from like 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. For 3 hours. The light would turn on, and you would see a shadow of something short walking. Like, you could see its head, and you'd see it like walk across the
What if it was
wall.
just Mike?
No, Mike wasn't at the station. but this is the thing, like, I kept thinking, like, okay, maybe the ventilation system turned on and then spun a chair, and the chair was what I was seeing.
Yeah.
And then it moved. I know, it would have to be really strong. So...
Did you ever think that it might be like some sort of like thing that was coming out of your body?
Little man.
I mean, maybe, but
like X-Files.
but I asked the next morning, one of my coworkers came in to take my place. Or actually, no, it was the day I was replacing someone else. And I asked her, has anything ever weird happened to you here? And she was like, oh, are you talking about when the floor opened up and I almost got fucking drowned?
Whoa,
and I was like, what are you talking about? And she was like, where you're standing right now, the floor exploded. And it wasn't a sinkhole. The floor exploded and I almost fell in, and black water just started fucking coming out of the floor all over the ground. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I looked at the floor, and there was this big dark spot. And I was like, what are you talking about? And she was like, there used to be a farm where we are, and there was a well that you're standing over right now. And I guess they told us that the well had been closed off without properly getting rid of the gases that were inside it, so it exploded after time. Ooh. And she almost fell through it into the hole and would have died.
Wow,
In a
that would be bad luck.
Yeah,
in black horrible water.
Yeah,
I got killed by gases.
Yeah,
by farts.
Right, so in my brain,
Earth farts.
In my mind, I thought like, okay, there must be something here that
there's gas escaping.
A little girl died down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I thought. A little girl died in a well, and that's exactly I think what happened, because the head that I saw, that was like
little kid.
The shadow of the head. Yeah,
oh
it was
yeah,
like a little
you said
kid's,
it was little.
It was a little kid's body.
Oh, it's a little kid.
So
real life Ringu.
And when I heard the slamming of the door, it was like, it must be the kid like
fucking with you. Play with
like
me.
No, the kid must be having a tantrum, and it wants my attention because it knows that I can fucking see it and I know it's here. And I was freaking out, dude. But yeah, like I'm glad I don't work there anymore. The end.
And then it opens up and turns out to be a fucking hole to hell.
Yeah, that's my story.
Well, that's a lot.
Yeah, that place is haunted.
I don't have very many stories like that. Like the only stuff I have are like
the three of us have one collective shared story.
Well,
kinda.
do you want to tell that one? Because like I'll just like
I'll tell it if you don't want to.
Yeah, I've had like a lot of sleep terrors in my life, like type event type things, like the ones where it feels like you're awake but you can't move. Like,
okay,
yeah.
Well, I don't want to be exclusive, but that's not what we're talking about.
What? Okay.
No, those count if you saw stuff when you were doing it.
It felt like something was actually there. Like I felt like I was actually awake. It didn't. I don't think they were actually dreams, some of them personally, but like there was like one where like basically like I was looking at my shadow on the wall and there were like black flames coming off of it, which doesn't make much sense, but it's like if somehow you could get a silhouette of a flame, that's what was coming off of me. And I was looking at it there, and like it was there until I basically forced myself back into being awake. And then there was another one where in the middle of the night I was stuck like that, and like it just sounded like fucking there was something in my kitchen just slamming something into a pan like over and over again for like minutes on end until it just stopped. And like I felt like I was like the only one that like heard it, and like I felt like I was awake the whole fucking time too. Just weird stuff like that usually. But you can tell about our crazy fucking experience at that ranch.
Yeah, like one time we went to a ranch that was being occupied by Evan's friend. We'll call him
Chester.
Biff.
Biff. Yeah, we'll call him Biff.
Yeah.
So Biff had told us that this place was haunted, and at this time we had been watching a lot of ghost hunters, and we fancied ourselves ghost hunters. And so we packed up our gear, our laptop and our video camera, and we went up to this ranch that Biff was living at in the Santa Cruz Mountains. And it was, I think he said, 100-year-old ranch. Had been there for like 100 years. And basically a lot of people who had lived there and died there. And so he was inclined to think that the place was haunted. There were reports.
Well, it was like every night at like 2 or 3 also like shit in his sink would start.
That's
like,
what I was going to get to, was
shit.
there were reports, experiences that he had by himself, which we couldn't really verify or not, because Biff has been known to make shit up and definitely exaggerate any truth that there is to something. So we kind of just wanted to go and check it out for ourselves. ourselves and see if anything would happen while we were there. So we could kind of like verify his experiences by having some ourselves. And basically we went there, and what ended up happening was...
Well, the way it was set up though was like, there was this room that we were in.
That's what I was getting to.
Oh, okay. Keep going.
Okay.
Let him tell Biff's story.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, so we get to the ranch, and like I said, we brought a laptop that was hooked up to a camera that was recording. And the way his house was set up was you walk in the front door, and it's basically like a foyer, kind of small foyer area. And to your direct left is Biff's room with a bathroom that's kind of adjacent, and then a hallway that goes into the kitchen, right?
There was like a hallway that went into the kitchen, into the living room, and into the bathroom at like the same time.
And Biff's room.
Yeah, the one that went...
It was like adjacent, the bathroom and Biff's room.
The one that went into the living room, like if you made a left in the living room, went into the other bedroom. The hallway...
Yeah.
The hallway at the very beginning also went into Biff's room, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, the foyer area. The first place that you walk into, Biff's room is on the left.
Yeah, that's true.
The bathroom was kind of adjacent,
it was like right
next
in front
to
of you,
it.
and then if you go
and then
through
there's
there,
a hallway, there's the kitchen, and there's the living room area, and then the other room back there behind the kitchen. Anyways, so we set up our camera in this like kind of like main foyer area, because what Biff had said happened a lot was like he would hear like the bathroom door opening and closing.
And then the kitchen stuff.
And then also, like, he would hear, like, I think he said, like, his dishes, like, being messed with in the kitchen, but, like, nobody was home. Like, it was just him. And, like, he'd hear, like, dishes being clinked around in the sink, like somebody was doing dishes. It would always be at that time of night, though. Yeah, it would always be in the middle of the night, like, around 2 o'clock in the morning.
Well, like, we just dicked around until then.
Yeah. So we hung out... I think we got over there like around like 9-10 o'clock at his place. We hung out for a few hours, basically until what we considered to be the witching hour for his spot, which was around 2 o'clock in the morning. And that's when things got a little weird.
Sure enough, the shit in the fucking sink did start like moving around.
It started moving around. I remember the bathroom door closed on its own right at the same time that was happening. The computer just turned off.
No, do you remember though?
It was plugged in.
Well, no, the computer was plugged in, but like it and the fucking camera
turned off. That's what I was getting to.
No, it was right after I asked it to do something though.
Yeah.
Like I was like asking it to do something, and then like we watched the video even later, and it's just fading out. And it just like dies on you.
Yeah. And then so we kind of get like really freaked out at this point. And I can't remember if it was this time that we went up there or a different time, but there was a time that we went into the like dining area next to the kitchen.
I don't think that was real.
I don't think it was real either, but I think Biff had thought he was going to freak us out, and he stacked a bunch of chairs on top of each other.
It was like one chair on the sofa.
Yeah. But anyway, so like I'm pretty sure it was this night we decided to leave the house, and we went down and went by the horses on the ranch, and we walked down there, and all the horses were freaked out by us.
I don't remember this part.
And I kind of like just kind of innately assumed, because like usually horses like aren't really that spooked of people unless they really have a reason to be. And like I was just like, what if like the like ghost or whatever is like out here with us, like it's followed us, and the horses can sense it, but we don't realize that it's with us. And so then we eventually went back to the house, and we're like, okay, well really the only thing we can do is just go to sleep, like there's, we can sit here and wait up all night, but like what?
Yeah, we just went to sleep.
Because his laptop was dead by that point, the camera was dead. It was like, even if anything happened, we wouldn't be able to record it.
That's crazy.
So we went to bed in the back bedroom, where supposedly the guy who built the ranch died, and there had been other people who had stayed there who had said that they felt, and I didn't find this out until afterwards, but said that they'd felt someone tickling their feet at night. And that night I woke up in the middle of the night and I felt like somebody was tickling my feet, and I didn't know it until I brought it up to Biff the next day when we woke up.
Yeah. And
he was just like, people who have stayed in that bed have said that they felt that or whatever. And so I don't know. That's our ghost story.
Just as creepy.
You have one that you want?
Tell a ghost story.
Tell a ghost story. You don't really have to.
You have ghost stories.
I mean, that one includes you. You were there.
I mean, like.
But what about Jacob's house?
That wasn't really ghost stories. That was just their attic was really, really cold, even during the summer.
What about the monster that was in the window?
I think
That was imagination.
probably. I don't know. That one I'm
But
not
his
as
mom
sure
saw it too.
No,
Yeah, his mom and his brother.
I don't remember the mom.
Kendra's house was haunted.
But,
It was haunted.
at our third house here, since from moving, we would see like shadows and shit moving from the corners of our eyes, and like they were clearly like people, like shapes, like shadow people almost.
When I saw it, it was really big.
And yeah, and they were always in front of mirrors or something.
I saw it through the reflection of a monitor. And yeah, it was weird. It ran through a wall, actually. Well, through a sliding glass window.
You talking about your old apartment?
Yep.
Yeah,
And then
I
you
saw
said
that.
you saw it.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it through.
Oh.
I saw it through.
That was like literally that day.
Okay.
Really.
And what I was gonna add to that story, because like the old apartment, supposedly like you guys
You were,
felt
like,
like
coming in
things
from
were
the back.
there.
Not just felt like things were there.
But you saw
Things would go
things.
missing too.
Okay.
You told us about this.
I told Evan and Ian about this. I used to work in a real estate office with their aunt,
It's just
and
illegal, right?
I had to do it for work.
Okay, I was just saying.
Yeah,
sure
like
it's
it was
not.
completely
Okay,
it
I'm
was
just-
completely legal what I had to
Okay.
do. Basically, one of my boss's clients.
As long as we don't mention the address, I think.
Yeah, one of my boss's clients, he basically wanted to put his property on the market. So I had to do a few different reports for that property. One of them was looking up the title and just verifying all the information that we had on file and making sure that it was correct and true with the title that was on record. And what I ended up finding out was that one of the things we needed to keep in mind with him putting his property on the market was that his wife had died in that apartment. The same apartment they had rented and lived in for many years, she had died in previously.
Was it, what kind of death was it?
Violent.
Really?
That's what it was characterized on the title.
Well, like the thing that we saw was so tall that it couldn't have been a woman unless it was like.
I don't know if that was a woman, but like that doesn't mean like. Sometimes I think like
Could have been her.
Stuff happening in a place like invites other things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or definitely.
Yeah.
And
so
you guys.
I went to that apartment I think once while
Yeah.
you lived there, and like I didn't really experience anything because I went there one night like in the middle of the night and hung out
We were there
with
for
you.
like an hour.
Yeah, for a few hours I think, and
We
then
played like GTA.
yeah, we played GTA, and that was our first date. And
That and Saul.
This is
yeah.
after the ghosts.
Yeah.
But the ghost thing didn't show up until they started fucking around with the Ouija
board.
boards.
Yeah.
It was just one time too.
I know, and I told you not to fucking do it. I was like,
Yeah.
not even once, and you were like, "Shut up, AJ."
No,
I'll
I
fucking
didn't say
shut.
shut
No,
up,
his
but-
reaction was like this. I told him, "Don't fuck with that thing, dude," and he was like, "I'm gonna do it just to fuck with it."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Dude, I'm telling you, shit
Which
will
is
fucking happen. You're
hilarious.
gonna open up a door," and then he was like, "Whatever."
Dude, that's hilarious because every time I bring up wanting to use a Ouija board
No.
and just playing around with it,
I don't
he's
do
just
that.
like, fuck no, don't do it, don't do it.
No,
and
don't.
like,
Don't.
I won't,
Don't
but
do it.
I won't. I don't even have one, but
It's
like,
not
Even if
worth
it's that fake fucking Hasbro shit, it's
Yeah.
still gonna open something.
Well, yeah, it's all about the idea. It's like in your mind's eye what it
Yeah, it's
represents.
concepted from you, and it like comes. Like my house had that problem too. My sister fucked with one, and then like shit started happening. So like, not a good idea. Don't fuck with those things.
I'm just saying, when I joke around about it, he's so serious and adamant about
I know.
Well, Biff tried to fucking do
Biff
that
was
shit.
the one fucking with it too.
Dude, yeah, he was the one who
Brought
did
it
that
over.
time too. But
So maybe Biff was the one who like even brought that ghost on himself on the ranch.
It could have been,
Maybe
yeah.
he brought it.
He could have something following him.
Yeah.
Who knows? It could be why he was so ornery.
he was no more ornery
He
than
was,
myself.
yeah.
Well,
like,
he was.
Anyway,
he's just a doucher. That's why we call him
he
Biff.
just he has different
He.
ideals
Yeah.
and ethics.
I told
than
him what I
myself.
thought of him.
Anyway, yeah, I think that's all we got for this week. But
Yep.
yeah, happy St. Patty's Day, everybody, and
Pleasant dreams.
yeah.